Ooh,
We're
I
live.
have a white car, but also welcome.
Welcome. Bienvenue. I believe that's French for welcome.
Yes. You've been doing the Duolingo, I guess, or
I took it in high school, and
Duolingo?
I do have Duolingo, but I tried to use it for Spanish because in my line of work it's kind of helpful.
Oh,
But I don't really do it that way.
Cool.
That was great. All right, welcome, guys. If I don't know if you want to designate like a speaker, I guess, but if you guys want to introduce yourselves and the band, that would be cool.
Matthew Weiseroni.
What's up, everyone? I'm Matt. I sing, and yeah. Tyler?
That's it. You just sing.
I sing, yeah.
Not even the
Ned
band name.
walks down the door. He's like, "What's up? I'm here to sing." That's it. That's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are off guard. I sing, and then Tyler plays bass and vocals, and Matt Becker, also Matt, plays guitar and vocals, and Nick plays drums. We're off guard.
Yeah.
Cool.
Boom.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, especially all four of you guys. It's cool. It's like we basically facilitated band practice, but you guys aren't practicing. So.
Oh man. Yeah, I'd love to figure out how to all play at the same time. Is that a thing?
Well, I've seen. I don't
On
know. I've been on a
here,
couple
not
of,
a
like,
thing.
Zoom. Oh, I've been on a couple of Zoom calls where people would jam out, but like I can't really participate because I haven't played an instrument in God knows how long. So I'm just kind of like there, like, yeah, play those bongos. So.
Oh, I feel that.
So, but yeah. Well, what have you guys been up to since quarantine? Do you have anything kind of like what you guys have been working on, or are you just kind of seeing where everything goes, or what's the haps with the off guards?
We've been writing a lot of songs, just sending each other files and stuff like that, like on Logic and Pro Tools, like to each other. We have like a few songs that we're ready to record after all this is over, after quarantine's over.
Cool. Awesome stuff. And then I've seen that you guys have been doing kind of like live sessions and stuff. So it's cool. Are you guys doing any more of that, or is that like a weekly thing? Or Tyler's very excited.
Sorry. Yeah, totally. Those have been really fun. I think we're gonna try to do our own soon, but definitely keep your eyes out because we're always looking to join live streams. So if we see one, we're like, hey, can we join the fun? You know, I think it's super important to just like try to be proactive in all of this. And nothing, right? We don't have anything planned yet, right, guys? You know what?
Shouldn't we be asking?
Yeah, right. So me, I'm like the blind messenger. Like they send me in, like, hey, you see later.
My goodness.
Yeah,
It's like, so what do you guys have planned? I don't know, guys. Let me know.
So you guys have the honor of being the first band that we've actually successfully gotten live on Facebook.
Wow. Hell yeah.
I got confirmation
I'll
that
cheers
it
to that.
worked. So
Wait, let me
yeah, I'll cheers to that.
Clink, clink.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. So we tried this last week, and we tried it at like 3:30 in the afternoon, and it worked perfectly. Come 7:30, doesn't work at all. So pretty exciting that you guys are the first successful one.
Yeah, it seems like every time we do it, there's always just like some thing happening. It's like, so we try to do it and then it's wrong, and then someone tells us that it's because we don't have the right stream settings or something, and then we try it at a different like platform. They're like, oh, it's because you guys didn't do it over Twitter, and I'm like, why is this so different? Or it's like, oh, you need like 7 different party apps. I'm like,
yeah, the amount of different programs I now have on this laptop are crazy, but it's all worth it because we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for it.
Yeah. Please don't get a virus on your computer.
I recently spilt an alcoholic liquid on my computer and fried it on my MacBook. So $700 later, it's back, better than ever. But yeah, learned my lesson. No liquids near electronics. It's not worth it.
As we're all doing that right now. Good.
We're all just like, hey.
So
get a sippy cup.
For anybody that doesn't know Off Guard, how would you guys describe yourself in like a few sentences? Like, how would you describe the band as a whole?
I think a lot of people. It was really cool. I think a lot of people tell us like we're nostalgic, like early 2000s. But I think we also kind of have like our own sound going on at the same time. So I think it's refreshing and familiar.
Cool. Very cool.
Um,
Like, all right, so for the
um,
person who's just a music, like, doesn't know anything, like, what genre would you put yourselves under? Even though I hate asking bands that because so many bands can fit under so many different realms, but if you had to pick, where would you go?
I guess I would put us under alternative or emo punk, stuff like that.
Cool. See, that's exactly what I'm saying though. Alternative, emo, punk, like all three can be three totally different things. So it's just interesting.
totally. I think we're heavily driven by like our vocals and harmonies. Like we're super big on that. We're just bass, drums, guitar, and like vocals, and then we have like the occasional like overlaying. So I feel like we try to keep it like a little more raw and natural. So I think our sound is like uh, definitely like rocky, but it kind of has like a little bit of that pop punch that like is very familiar to people. I
Cool.
think it's cool. Matt Becker, do you have anything to add?
I mean, nah, you guys took the words right out of my mouth, honestly. Yeah, no, I can't agree more, honestly, with all that. Yeah, we just try to write good songs, so anything that we would enjoy ourselves, obviously.
Yeah.
As I feel like with any songwriter, artist, you gotta enjoy what you're doing, what you're making. But yeah, man. As far as scrapping the music, they hit all the numbers.
Boop.
What that car said.
Yeah. The car was like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, safe.
D, all the above. Yes.
All right. So how can you describe your process for writing music? Like, who is responsible for what? Who does one of you come with it? Do you all kind of just do your own thing and then kind of come together and see what it sounds like?
I think it's a grab bag of a little bit of everything, to be honest. Matt Weiss, do you want to tell them like how we started? I guess pretty much like the origin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Off Guard kind of just started as us playing acoustic guitar, together and just writing songs like that. We intended for them to be full band, but most of the songs that we wrote, like in the beginning, were just on acoustic guitar. Tyler and Matt write a lot of the guitar parts. They're really good at that. We all kind of pitch in on melodies and lyrics and stuff like that. And recently, I mean, other than quarantine, like before quarantine happened, we would kind of just meet up in Nick's space and just all play our instruments and kind of just figure it out like live, which was really cool too. So that's a big way of how we write as well.
So almost more like a jam session that just turns into a whole creative writing process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that concept better than like somebody writing, like someone just going sitting in their house and writing something. Like I understand that, but I like when it is like a jam thing. I think it's more genuine that way.
And we also have like a bunch of B-side like demos on our Logic sessions that like sit, and sometimes we're just like, hey, how about that one song that you wrote so and so ago? Do you want to resurge it, kind of thing? And then that maybe resurges or it doesn't resurge. It's like,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
So
so
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Actually, building off of what Nick said, I think we're gonna, during this trying time, we don't know really for certain when we're gonna be able to when we're gonna be able to really get out there and record and do all this stuff for real. So I think we're gonna take a really good stab at trying to maybe create some of our own content, like just through our own hard work with Logic and demoing, and see if there's anything like worthy of we want to put out for people in this time.
So
Cool.
yeah, so there's some stuff in the works. We can't necessarily, or we'll just wait. We'll follow you on Instagram. We'll see what happens. Can't expect too much. Just like
Yeah, because
follow the boys.
it's you want nowadays you want everything you release to be like it, because music is so everything is just so there's just so much of it. So when you do something you want to do it right, and it's like what's when you're making your own decisions, you're like, what is the right thing to do?
Yeah, especially what I've noticed with a lot of bands is that they're waiting. They have stuff recorded and everything, but they're just waiting for that kind of in-person physical aspect before they actually release anything. Because it's one thing to release something, but there's a lot of bands that go with the whole release, but also release show kind of just so it has the kind of impact. So I feel like after quarantine officially ends June 3rd, June 6th, August, or whatever, then there's going to be a lot of people like releasing stuff. So it's interesting how people have been kind of coping, like musicians especially have been like coping with just like releasing stuff and like stuff that they've been like sitting on and then just waiting for that kind of right promotion and all that. Yeah. So cool stuff. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. So before when we were allowed to go to shows and everything, did you guys have a favorite kind of venue that you love to play at, or like what's a good like venue that you love? Oh. I don't know who you're pointing at. So.
That means anyone.
Yeah, is there like a really great venue that you've like loved to play at, or like a great like tour like story of like a show or anything? Tell it all.
That's a good question.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes.
So, I guess like for me because obviously like with Long Island, like AMH is always great, and everyone loves that. But to bring it out of the state with Off Guard, we've been to like Baltimore a couple times, and a different band I was in the same spot also in Baltimore. This place called the Raven Inn. It's another just like bar with like an open room kind of thing, just very DIY space, which is like a place that like always like treated us well, like always a good turnout, like everyone's always friendly, like cheap drinks, like great like crab sandwiches at the bar, like it was always just like a great experience. So like whenever I like think of fun shows or good venues besides like the local ones, like that place always pops up, the Raven Inn in Baltimore.
Cool.
Yo, Ellis and Nick, what's your favorite local venue? And Matt Becker. And Dan, and Veronika, and me. Go.
Damn. Tyler, do you want to write for the after hours?
I'm in.
Okay.
I really like 89 North. I just wish they really did more shows and like other than like cover bands and stuff like that. Sometimes it's like
I hate the no moshing rule.
I have a point for that, but continue. So
other than that, I like that place. They just there's a lot of room. You're not feeling like you're smushed, and I don't know. I get my own area. They get their own area on the stage, and like it's just a good amount of room. I like it.
Oh yeah, their green room, their upstairs room is pretty sick.
Yeah, that too. I don't want to be cramped. That's my whole like pet peeve.
Yeah, I love AMH. I think AMH is like the best venue on Long Island.
Cool.
That's great. Good stuff. All right, do you want to say yours, Dan? Or wait, Tyler, you still have to go. Wait, before we go.
Oh, we're saving. Okay, you're right. Yeah, we gotta save Dan for last.
Just
me. All right.
Last but not least, Daniel. Yeah, I almost have to agree with Matt just because like I feel like any good show I've ever seen, like super good like rural show, like I remember seeing like I don't know if everyone's familiar with like This Good Robot, but like I got to see them once and it was at AMH and they were like literally climbing on the walls. Like I've seen so many bands at AMH, so many like like we got to play our EP release show there. Like it's always been really I think good to everyone, always good to the scene. But I guess favorite like Rev's been good to us too. Honestly, honestly Rams American Pub is dope.
I like my job.
That's a great place too. I don't know if you've been
Rams?
There. Yeah, I love that place too. I'm really bad at choosing, so that's 3.
I can't wait for venues to open again. That's the thing. I'm
Seriously.
missing it too hard. Like playing and working. Like I would work stage and do my job, and now I can't even do that. So it's like embarrassing. Like I hate it.
Did you guys see that? I don't know if it's an actual article. I don't really actually read articles anymore. But there's been a headline going around. There's been a headline going around that like moshing and just like pits have been like banned for.
Yeah, I saw that. There's no way that's ever going to hold up. That's why venues are never going to be able to stay open because people are not going to follow that shit.
I think I shared it with a couple of people, and I'm like, did a local venue just write this? Or because I feel like every venue that I've seen, they always ban moshing, but then it happens. So
No, yeah,
It's just for the aesthetic. So parents are like, "Oh, okay," and then when it's time to go in, I'm kidding.
this is fine.
I don't see how they're going to be able to hold up the no moshing rule if that's really a thing with shows. I don't know.
Yeah, once someone plays, I don't know. Yeah, just
They'll have to make like no contact moshing, kind of like like 2-hand touch football, like that.
People can pull flags out. I like that.
Oh, people have flags. Don't pull the flag, all right?
I really want to invest in one of those like hamster balls kind of things.
Look like this big Zorb thing. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's such a good idea. We all get the balls. We can play an outdoor show.
I want to run.
Everyone's just
I
gonna
want
have
to
to
run
be
in
in
one
like
of those.
hazmat suits.
I want to run in one of those things at StatFest. That's my StatFest goal, to get one of those things and run over the crowd.
Yeah, you like with your ticket, you get a purchase of a hamster ball. You just have to go. Awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun. All right, Dan, do you want to do your favorite venue, or do you want me to go first?
Sure. Like DIY style, I have to agree. I really like AMH. I've seen a lot of awesome shows there, from like a local show, I think I saw like Scare 20 like when I first started going there, to like I've seen 4 Year Strong play their acoustic set there. I think they, no matter who plays, they just have an amazing show. I don't know what it is about that place. Maybe I have a bias towards it, but I really like it. But in terms of more like, I don't want to say established, but like bigger venues, I like the Paramount a lot. Paramount's one I like going there. I like going to the Founders Room. I got to hang out with Real Big Fish last time I was in that Founders Room, so that was cool. So
I
those are my
I went
two.
the opposite direction.
Yeah, that was a fun night though. That was a great show. I don't know if any of you went to that show with Keep Flying and Real Big Fish, but that was really fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, probably same as you. For my favorite venues, it would be AMH. I think I like AMH because I feel like I have a lot of like memories there. I feel like a lot of the shows that I've worked or been at, they've always been there, and they've always been like great. So
yeah.
Smaller, not actually venues would be what is it called? Rams Pub. Just because I love the people there. They're always so nice there. And like I remember the first time I was photographing there, I think I stood on something, and I was worried that Russell, the sound person, was going to yell at me. They're like, "Oh, like what camera is that?" So like we were like good friends and everything. So that's probably my favorite like not venue. Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of venues based on like a lot of great memories from there. Another really good one is the Warehouse. They have really good lighting there.
Yeah, I like the Warehouse a lot.
I love it there. So
where's the Warehouse?
Across from AMH.
Literally,
we gotta hit it.
Probably only have one local real show there, other than cover bands.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Warehouse.
Let's be an off-guard cover band.
If we booked it that way, that would be kind of cool. Like if we like booked it that way, so we can get the show.
Yeah, right. They're like,
the show, so like all of the local bands are just covering each other.
Let's do it. That'd be so.
Like Scare 20 is covering like off guard.
Yo, that would be really cool. You should definitely do that. Let's set that up.
That would be awesome.
Yo, all right. Well, I'm writing this down, so if anyone copies it, then we'll know.
Yo, that would be awesome.
First.
You saw it here first. But yeah, I like the Warehouse because of the lighting and everything. Katie's was really good. That's actually where I saw you guys for the holiday show.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show. That was cool.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. Yeah.
Scary.
Yo, so question, not Long Island, but New York. You have a favorite venue outside of Long Island? That's still in the state, though?
I think Matt Becker said his. He said Raven Inn, Baltimore.
No, what about New York?
Outside of New York.
Oh, outside of New York.
That's Maryland.
That's in New. Okay, gotcha.
It's okay. We haven't seen the outside. We don't really know what states are at this point. So
yeah,
I didn't know states were.
Okay. We don't really know where borders are.
I was in AP World History in 9th grade, and I don't know why. I did it.
I didn't realize this was a venting session. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay.
Anyway, my cat's not gonna.
I guess yeah. Just get back to the question. Not like so. Wait, just like not like Long Island or not like local.
Not Long Island.
Okay, not Long Island.
If you want to say something in the city, you can. But it's not Long
I was
Island.
gonna say I don't. Besides like just DIY spaces, I don't think I've even been to anything outside like outside the city. Remember when PlayStation Theater used to be Best Buy Theater?
Yes.
Oh, we played it where was it? We played at the skate shop. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Skate Brooklyn. Oh my god, how can I forget that show? That show
That
was
place
so
was
fucking
actually
cool.
sick. That show was awesome.
That yeah,
We played on like
yeah, it was literally just like this small indoor like skate park, and we just played on like one of the half pipes.
Cool.
And like it was like a split 2-room thing. So the one room was like the show and everyone crowded in there, and then like a gate to like another just like half pipe room where people were skating.
That's so
sick.
Cool.
It was like the most like punk thing we've probably like played.
Ever.
Like,
It's like so punk.
Yeah.
you have Christine that like do a video and like have it like on hold for any music video we're supposed to do. Just like have it recorded. That would've been-
No, yeah, that would.
Yo, speaking
That's
of
like
skating,
every that's
Yeah,
like every
honestly,
band's.
thank you for bringing that up, Tyler, because that's my answer is Skate Brooklyn. It's probably
yo, speaking
Yo,
of skating,
virtual
what do you
cam.
guys think? Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 being remade,
Oh, that's a big move.
right?
Stones. Better be the same. Better be the same freaking playlist.
I think they said it is.
remember Tony Hawk Pro
Yes.
Skater 3, I think was that the blue cartridge for the N64?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Neither do I, but that one was always fire.
I like
They're all-
Underground as well. Nothing after
Yeah,
Underground. I didn't really like
Underground too.
anything after Underground.
I actually went on like a PS2 like binge like last year and bought like a bunch of games off eBay, and I have all those.
I haven't played my PS2 in so long. I've just been playing Warzone.
I was gonna say, can't relate.
but no,
We've been
no.
playing Animal Crossing.
I actually don't know what the
Da-
PS2
da-
is. I just have the game. That never happened last year.
Yo, Veronika, good segue into Animal Crossing. I like that.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. All you
Oh
Animal
yeah,
Crossing
like
fans out
awesome
there.
merch. I love it. So,
Did you see the off guard merch?
it's like your logo and like pink.
Yes.
And yes.
Yes. Please.
You gotta make another one. You gotta make the new shirt. Now.
I'm gonna make we're announcement. We're getting new shirts. So check it in the following weeks.
New shirts in real life or new
like
shirts
real-
on Animal
like real
Crossing?
shirts.
In real
right?
life, in RL, and then also in AC.
In RL.
Also on Animal
Real
Crossing?
life. And AC too, yeah. RLAC. Real life Animal Crossing. So go to our Facebook, the link for the Animal Crossing shirt. Then you can get your real shirts. We'll tell you when.
It's a secret.
They're almost done. So.
Secret.
Yeah, I've been making a bunch of like local band shirts to put in like the clothing shop. So it's like at an actual show. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I have one. I have one for Every Time I Die that I made one. I have one for Dino Skate Park. I think I'm making one for Scare 20, but we'll see. But yeah. So
I made a music room in my Animal Crossing. I have like a little band rehearsal room. I'm just
Oh my
missing a drum set.
I'm trying to build AMH. So like you know how in AMH where like you know how in AMH where like you go up the stairs to AMH, but then you go upstairs again to the outside. I'm trying to do that. So like I have like my little like venue.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
All right, so we all got to be invited when that's
That's
done.
it. So I have a bunch of amps. I have guitars. I have acoustic guitar. I have pedal boards. Like of all things, I have so many pedal boards, but I don't have like any actual instruments. So progress.
So are you
Would
the
you
only
just-
Animal Crossing guy in the band?
Yeah, my boys live vicariously through me. But yeah,
You're living the
I
dream.
play enough for all of us.
Oh yeah, that's 64 plus hours, like
Oh.
120.
Hold on, let me go check my hours right now.
Yeah, I think I saw mine was over 100. I'm like,
Jesus.
no way. Yeah, it's like, listen, you want?
I was doing that, and then
I don't know.
Warzone came out, and I downloaded Warzone, and now I put down the Switch, and I'm playing Warzone for 3 weeks. Can't stop.
Yeah, I
played
might think
Warzone for a little bit, but I just Apex Legends is my battle royale.
Dude,
game.
my
It's,
friend,
like,
my
really
friend
fun
has
to
been
play.
trying to convince me to join on Apex Legends, but
I honestly like it a lot more than Fortnite and
so I don't like Fortnite at all, but
No,
I
yeah.
do like Warzone.
screw Fortnite. Same
I
thing.
miss when Fortnite was
Oh,
good.
hot
There was,
take.
there was a point in
Just
For
time.
your folks.
And then I die, and then I watch my friends play Fortnite.
You know what it is? The learning curve is just too much now. People are just so good. So like there was a point in time when it was fun because everyone kind of sucked. But now that everyone's like people who still play are really good, when you pick it up, you're just like, you know?
I hate it. I don't.
Do jokes.
I die and then watch my friends play.
Yeah, that's basically me in most games. That's why I was really into League of Legends, but
I've played Animal Crossing New Horizons for 295 hours or more.
295 hours?
Not surprised.
That's crazy.
I used to be a League of Legends guy though. World of Warcraft. I played that for a little bit back in the day.
I was really into League of Legends, but it's like I don't know, people are so mean. So like if you go in the wrong like lane that you predetermined for yourself, then people get really really mad at you. And so I used to play as a I never liked playing support. I was forgot what like the main person that like has a lot of health a tank. I used to love playing a tank. So yeah. But like I would go in the wrong lane. People would be like, "Do you not know your lefts from your rights?" I'm like, clearly not.
Top mid bot. I played for a hot second, but I wasn't born to be PC.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's
as soon
go
as I got my
back to
Switch,
let's get back to music a little bit and
Yeah,
let's go.
back in my wheelhouse, music.
Yeah, let's roll it back in.
Yeah.
So, what was the first show each of you have ever attended,
Like ever in my life?
or the first one that you wanted to go to? Like a lot of people go to concerts when they're like 7. That
All
maybe
right,
you would-
both.
Cool.
First ever concert ever in my life. I was like 3 or 4, and I went to NSYNC.
Ah, all right.
It was mad funny.
My first show was, I think it was 98 Degrees at the Nickelodeon, all that show at Jones Beach or something like that. I don't
There you go,
Cool. All right, I like that.
Matt Weiss.
I know the first concert I ever went to, my dad took us to a country show. I can't remember. Oh, it was Lucinda Williams. I'm not really a big country fan, but that was the first concert I ever went to.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
Just like
some country singer.
first concert I could like vividly remember was my sister, as a surprise for like my 13th birthday, got us tickets to see Coheed and Cambria at like Terminal 5.
Cool.
But like I didn't know who Coheed and Cambria was at the time. She just like assumed I did. And it was like very excited. I ended up getting into it because of it. But it was just kind of funny because he like did this really nice thing. I was like, I don't even know this band, but yeah, let's go.
Dude, I love Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, no, they're sick.
That is an awesome first show to just happen to go to.
It was weird though because it was like part of this like series where they were doing like 3 nights at Terminal 5 to promote like whatever albums or whatever, and but there weren't like any openers, and they like took forever to go on, and yeah, it was like this whole thing. But first show,
Dude, honestly, the fact that you remember all that.
What, did you think he was like 4?
I was. I really. Oh, my bad. I assumed everyone was 4 for some reason.
My first show
Like
was
4-year-old Weiss is going, all right.
Dan, what's your first show?
My first show was a band called OAR. Did any of you
No,
know?
I don't listen
OAR?
to them, but I know them.
I was like 14, maybe 13 or 14. I didn't go to any concerts when I was young, so I was in 8th grade maybe
Okay.
when I went to that. So OAR, that's my very first concert, and then after that was probably Warped Tour the next year, and then from then
That's
on,
awesome.
I've been going to concerts all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Mine
OAR
was
show was
Shakira,
wild.
so
Shakira.
Nice.
that was like when I was like really into pop and everything. I think we still have the poster. But yeah, that was my first show, and I was like, wow, this is so cool.
National Coliseum.
Yes.
Nick was like,
oh my
me
god.
too.
I back in the day, Nassau Coliseum was popping. Like they would get every tour. Like it was
Yeah.
surprising for an island that's like some people on the West Coast have no idea what Long Island is. So
Yeah.
to see.
Mhm. Yeah, I think Shakira was my first. Then after that, it was Linkin Park. A couple of Linkin Park shows. I don't know who else, but yeah, Shakira was my first, and I've been into music ever since. So
Nice.
One of my favorite shows is actually almost probably 20 years to the date almost. Blink-182 and Green Day, the Pop Disaster tour at MSG. My dad brought me, and I was like literally probably like gifted by like music from that point on. Kind of, I don't know. It's like there was just so much shit that went on during that show that like I'm like I wish I can go back.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He was never the same.
It was
she's never the same again.
Yo,
So
that's deep, Nicky Beats.
apparently the chat is like kind of. There's a lot of people talking in it, but I can't see
Oh.
it, so I don't know if you guys
Oh.
can.
Let me
But
see this.
So I
My
just
bad.
got a question texted to me because I'm not
Oh,
looking
maybe
at the
I
chat.
can join from my phone.
So
Okay,
the
keep
question
going.
says,
Yeah, I
what
was-
year was the first Warped Tour that everybody went to?
Ooh, that's a great
Ooh.
question.
2013.
2005. And
Mine,
I'm also like about to be 30, so like that kind of makes sense.
mine was 2006, I believe.
Oh, nice. You got the first year that they finally changed it.
When they were in Nassau Coliseum, yeah.
Yeah, I went to the dustiest, dirtiest freaking Warped Tour ever. It was like Randall's Island is like probably the worst place to put a show because it's just like dust.
Yo, I heard that those Randall's Island shows were awesome, though.
Oh, it was awesome, but I was like in like I don't remember. I was like probably just in the summer of graduating middle school, and it was just like I only stayed between the two stages. I ain't learned about the other stages, so I missed Paramore's first tour pretty much, and I'm kind of pissed I missed it.
You know, what was the
First year you ever went to Warped Tour?
No, yeah, I'm trying to remember specifically which one. What was the last year of Warped Tour? You know, like the last like actual Warped Tour. What year was that?
2018, I believe.
18?
2017.
Okay, it was the one. So 2017. I literally that was like the only time I've been to Warped Tour.
Probably 2008. 2018 was the last full tour, and then 2019 was when they did Atlantic City and that one out in California.
So no, it had to be 2017.
That was the
Like,
first one you ever
before
went to, huh?
Yeah, because growing up like in high school and everything, like I knew like my parents wouldn't pay like for a ticket to like that, and like I never really just like saved up my own money in time. Like once I finally like started like working, so it was only up until like that point where
Dude, my very first
I
Warped
just
Tour.
paid for a fucking ticket.
My very first Warped Tour, my mom drove me and all my friends, and we got to Nassau Coliseum and got out of the car just to realize that I left the tickets sitting in the kitchen at my house, and we had to turn all
Oh
the way
my
back around and
god.
go.
Oh,
Shit.
so
My
painful.
first Warped Tour was 2008 in Pennsylvania, and it was so sick. I remember I saw like all the bands that like I discovered that year, and it was awesome. Like I saw We the Kings, and they were my favorite band at that time, just really cool. I saw like The Devil Wears Prada, and I was super into them.
Dude, the Devil Wears
And Forever the Sickest Kids when they were like really, really big.
Yo, I crowd surfed the first six kids at Warped Tour.
That's
2009.
amazing. That's awesome.
Veronika, what about you? Have you ever gone to Warped Tour?
I have not, and now I've missed my chance. But apparently they're coming back, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
did you guys see that?
No.
What?
Kevin Lyman's finally getting bored already.
He said that it's coming back, but not as Warped Tour. It's going to be a different name.
Could
Okay.
it be Vans tour?
Dude, who knows?
Is it gonna be?
I want it to be like how they
Off-tour?
did Atlantic City. Like, if they just do that every year, I would be fine.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Yeah, and they should also do the thing where they had a thunderstorm warning and sent everyone out, and then let everyone back in, even if they didn't have a ticket. That was
Yo, that was pretty fucking
That
fun.
was crazy.
that was
That was
insane.
wild.
Yeah, so for anyone who wasn't there, there was a huge storm warning. They got everyone out of there, shoved everyone out on the boardwalk. Then, like an hour later, they're like, "All right, you guys can come back." And
Yeah.
then, like, everyone just flooded.
It was more than an hour later. It was almost an hour and a half.
Yeah,
later.
it was probably like closer to 2 hours because we went and saw
Yeah.
Wage War right after.
Yeah,
and they just,
Wage
like-
War took like another 40 minutes to go on.
Yeah, that was awesome though.
I got to
What
take
an
a shower
awesome
and then I
show.
went back. It was perfect.
Oh, we just walked into a casino and gambled and then went back.
Nice.
We did the very opposite.
What's up? What's up?
So
All
good
right.
question. Good question to the person watching, because that was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, person who let us know that.
Person. Yeah.
I ain't missed a
Being
week
here.
from 2005 to 2019. It's been a while.
Seriously.
I was
Crazy.
addicted.
I love Warped Tour though. I can't imagine like growing up in high school and not going.
Yeah, right?
Me too.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, trying to play
And just rub it in, guys.
They
That'd
won't
be
2011, and they're like, to get to load in from the Ernie Ball stage, you had to go like through this certain area. Like it was like 2 miles long. It was like the worst load in ever.
Yeah, that's awful. 2 hour long load in? Fuck that.
No, not 2 hour long. Not 2 miles, but like it was kind of far from the parking lot to where the Ernie Ball stage was.
All right, let's keep. So, question: what do you think is the best food you've ever had at a venue on Long Island?
I
Hard,
would
right?
say
So that this is the reaction the person gave us last week too. So
I'm not saying this just because I work there and I get like discount food, but like the chicken Caesar salad wrap at Revolution and mac and cheese bites is like pretty fire.
all right, I'm with it.
yeah, I was gonna say the mac and cheese bites are awesome at Revolution.
Yeah, that's probably the only food I think I've had at a venue. To be honest.
I was gonna say I never really eat at venues, but I remember 89 North. Like they have like the pizza corner in 89 North. Serving
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
That was pretty
Yo.
good.
I don't know if this counts, but this summer we played at Monty Fest, which is in I'm blanking right now. Ublu's backyard.
The entire
They had
band's
like a little feast going. That was delicious.
Cool.
Some home cooked.
Veronika, we're talking about, since you disappeared for a minute, we're talking about best food at a venue on Long Island.
Oh, did everyone go? I have mine. All
Everyone,
right.
everyone gave their answer pretty much.
All right. It's not really a venue, but Coastal had fantastic food. Dan and I went there for like they had like a reggae event or something. Best food. It was like Hawaiian and like East Hawaiian Asian. It was awesome. Katie's had a food truck. Oh, it was like amazing. I think that's.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we know who to ask if we're looking for food at venues on the island. Because I've never really eaten at any of the venues, so.
Yeah,
Hitting you
well,
up,
I mean,
good.
a lot of the times when I'm at venues, I'm like not in the right state of mind to kind of judge. I'm kind of just like, I'm starving.
Right.
So, but no, Rev has really good food. Like if you're really like in a pinch, they have good food. Rams too. Like I don't know. I like the people there. They really do it also.
So you just like the food at any venue, is what you're saying.
Yeah, just any venue that has food.
Yeah, I feel like Rams had some pretty good food.
And it's like
Yes,
reasonably
shout out-
priced too.
Shout out to Jose in the kitchen at Rev. He's key.
Yeah.
I love going like, good morning, man. He's like, good morning, Nick. He's pretty funny.
Okay. Statfest had pretty good food too, but that's like
That was food
like
trucks. That's
vendor
different.
based. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's different.
But yeah, for me, basically, it's any venue that has food. Generally, I'm down for. So yeah, because usually I'm when I'm working shows, I'm usually like buying something from McDonald's just so like I have something. But then when I end up like sweating, I'm just like I feel gross and like salty and sweaty and good. So anything that's after that. So,
Those are all great things.
All right, so
Maybe.
another question for you guys.
Please.
What is the craziest thing you have ever done at a show? Whether it's your own show or the show you went to.
Craziest thing? Man, I'm boring. Oh man, let's see.
Yeah, I'm boring too.
I played all the right notes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I have one in mind. It's kind of funny, but
Go
if
ahead.
anyone else has it, I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
Right,
We're
so
ready.
in 2016, it wasn't with Off Guard, but it's still me playing. I was filling in for the metalcore band Call It Home for like about 11 dates. and we played like this middle of nowhere, like Roanoke, Virginia bar. Like the people that were the audience was sitting at the bar, probably like 2 feet or 3 feet in front of me, and I was about to break down, was about to hit, and I took a swig of water and like tried to do like the Burt McCracken like spray thing,
Yeah.
but instead of that, I spit on the lady right in front of me.
So you
my
spit
God.
off stage into someone's face.
No, it wasn't even off stage. Like I said, like I'm playing, and the people are like a couple feet in front of me. Like this place was so small, and it was like so embarrassing. But like they were okay. It's just like, oh man,
I would have been cracking up if I saw that.
I was laughing while I was playing. I was like, oh my god, what did I do?
Amazing.
Damn, nobody has it on video, huh?
No,
Damn.
Ah.
Was it-
not really a good day in general. After the whole thing, that whole day was not a good day.
Yo, fan submission from Thomas Santiago.
I was gonna mention that.
Matt Becker pushed me during the lights at Montu Fest. Matt Becker's a bull. No, I'm kidding. Yo, Matt Becker knows how to get the crowd going.
Is this a call out?
I guess
Not
that's
at all.
the maybe
Some
craziest thing.
dopeness.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I feel like I always have like energy at shows, but like thinking about it, I don't can't think of like a crazy thing like I've done. I feel like I've always seen friends do dumb things or just like been at like some big show. Like something that comes to mind is years ago, went with like a bunch of friends to see Streetlight Manifesto at, I forget if it was like the Paramount or PlayStation Theater or whatever. But while everyone's waiting for the first band to go on, like everyone's piling in the front, and somehow like a giant game of Duck Duck Goose started, just like with everyone just waiting and sitting there, like everyone sat in a circle and got ready and just started playing. We were like, all right, I guess everyone's playing fucking Duck Duck Goose until the show starts.
Yo, that's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Shit, that's a much more. I don't have any fun stories. That's a much more fun story than I got.
No, I mean we saw that guy backflip at Rev.
True.
That was
But
that was
like, so
pretty
someone
crazy.
backflipped off stage like that. That's our shining moment of craziness. It's disappointing.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to like walk on the wall or like do a flip or something. I'm not there yet.
You gotta work on the flexibility.
Right?
But, I mean, I've dressed up as Spider-Man, but like for me, that's kind of I feel like it's very like that's like nothing for me. So.
I wore a diaper to a show,
Oh yeah, I was there.
but that was on Halloween, so like there was a reason behind it. So I don't know if I could say that's crazy because it was part of a costume.
I've known you for I don't know a couple years. That was pretty unexpected. So
I was Tommy Pickles for Halloween. That's why.
That's awesome.
It was
Did
very
you get the
cold.
screwdriver?
No, so I got yelled at by like multiple people about that. I had a baby bottle with liquor in it, but no screwdriver.
oh my god, that's amazing.
If I could actually master all this interviewing shit and like all the technology, I would share it so you guys can see it. But I'm nervous I'll fuck everything up. So
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. We're all learning this. This is our first live stream, so like baby
seriously,
steps, like literally. So
seriously, this is
Exactly.
shocking enough that we got this going. All right, so staying back on topic of shows, so maybe not the craziest thing, but what's like your most memorable moment in a show? A show of yours, not a show you've seen.
I think my favorite moment was when we got back from our first like ever weekender with Heaven's Sake, and we played it like we had to book this last minute venue because like the one we were gonna play down later got like shut down for like some crazy shit. We're like, all right. So they were nice enough to put it together for us, and like it's just like really good spirited people, like just good people there, and we had also just technical difficulties, but like we were all just like just jamming along. I remember like me and Matt we just started to sing Panic as a joke, and like everyone just started singing along with us, and it's good vibes. And like at the end, they were like encore, and like it was dope, and like we played like 2 more like Panic songs for everyone, and it was just like a really good way to end a weekender, and it was like really fun. And that was when we met alumni. They played for us, and now we're really good friends with them. So
Cool.
really cool.
How long ago was this?
Last year.
Oh wow, only a year ago. Cool. So what about everybody else? Everyone did the same thing?
Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many like great shows that we've played. I feel like, you know, no matter like if there were a lot of people there or like not a lot of people, um, but I feel like just like the greatest times that we've played are just like times on tour, like whether it was places that like nobody knew who we were, and like people weren't really like, we didn't think that people were vibing with us, but we were just like giving it our all,
Right.
or times where like people were vibing with us. Like I just love like playing out in like different states, and like yeah,
Cool.
those are the best moments.
Cool. Awesome. Great.
Yeah,
Anyone
I'd say
else? Nick, other Matt.
other Matt. No,
Matt Square.
I literally do that all the
Beans.
time where people do that. But one of my favorite shows is going off what Matt said, like the whole touring thing. Is the first time we were in Baltimore. Again at the Raven Inn, like I had my friend set it up, and it was like a nice like stacked local show. Like a bunch of people came out.
My cousin came to that show.
Like just like your cousin came to that show. And like everyone was just like super friendly to us. Like the bar's super friendly and everything's like cheap and great. And I just remember like at the like near the end, my so like a preface I guess to this is that like for the flyer for the show, my friend who set it up like took like this picture of me of like this giant like fake butter knife that I got from my job. It's like it's just some like weird wacky picture, but like he edited it and like made it the flyer, and like that was always a joke. And then at like the end of the show, he's like, "Hey, come to the back. I got something to show you." And he pulls out like an actual katana. And he's like, "Yo, check this out." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yo, you gotta get a picture with me like with this." And so that's a show I'll always love and remember.
That's your Twitter picture, right?
We played. Yeah, that was my Twitter picture for a while. We played a kick-ass show, a bunch of friends, and I
got to hold a katana. That's awesome.
I think my favorite was when we were playing with Boys of Fall, like those couple dates. Like it's just good to be around the band that's been doing it for a while and like just cool with you. And like me and their drummer, like we still talk here and there and like bounce off ideas with each other, and like just good to get to know people that like are from different states and trying to do as much as they can too.
Cool.
Yo, one more submission if that's cool, just real quick. We played a Halloween show and we dressed up as Mystery Inc. We played at a hotel in like what state?
Maryland.
Baltimore.
That was also Maryland.
Yeah, all Baltimore. It was such a fun show. It was dope.
Yeah.
We played What's New Scooby Doo.
Yeah. Remember when Simple Plan did the theme song for What's New Scooby Doo? We covered that.
We did it first, technically.
Yeah, come on. Original music only, please.
Come on.
All right, so
I asked this question a lot, and now I'm looking at the chat so I can see it. So
I saw that. I was like, I was gonna ask that.
I was gonna ask that too. So good thinking. So they asked, "What's your dream band to tour with?" And genre crossovers are allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no limits. You need like 2 minutes.
Like a lot of things.
Oh man.
So
honestly,
I'm gonna start off by saying I would love to go on the fucking tour with alumni that we were supposed to go on in April. That's the first.
So that's your dream tour right now.
Reach.
Yeah. Subtweet coronavirus a little harder. Why don't you? Right. All right. Everyone else, what's your dream band to tour with?
Honestly, this isn't like the only band, but just because they're one of my favorites, I would love to tour with Pierce the Veil, like go play a show with Pierce the Veil. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, me too.
Love them.
They're still playing, right? They're still like a thing.
I think Vic is recording the record in secrecy. It sounds like, I don't know.
Secret album.
Because they normally record stuff in wine dance. They like secretly fly in and record the stuff and then leave. So I don't know what he's doing. He's probably just demoing stuff and then just probably going to go once they're actually allowed to. So I think that what their plan is they probably want to come out with Mike playing drums again and like hopefully die down from that whole situation. So
Sure. Yeah, their release tour. We'll pitch you guys. Not that we have any say in it, but we'll
Right?
pitch you anyway. So.
That'd be cool. I would say at the moment, Dance Gavin Dance would be.
That would be
for us.
such a cool show.
I've been listening to the record all day today, actually.
Yeah, I love the new record.
I love
Yes,
that
same.
new record. That new record is awesome. I'm a big fan of it.
I always love their album art too. It's always so it's very on brand, but it's always so different. Like, oh, I love it so much.
Definitely consistent.
You think you could write a song with absurd lyrics like they can?
Wait, Matt Weiss, do your famous line, bro. Do for the people.
Oh yeah. 8,000 chickens flying in a coop. My bitch's name is Helen. She makes good soup.
Dude, I like
hope
that
they
tweet
see
got blown up.
Yes.
I watched the progression of that shit. I saw that tweet blow up.
Same. I was like, wow, like this is cool. That's never happened.
Did any of the band members like it? Like, did you know if they found it?
I don't think so.
Damn. Twitter famous over there. I like it.
So Tom Santiago says that Spanish track by Dance Gavin Dance is fire.
Oh man, it is
Veronica's
so good.
like, yes. And Nelson's like, yo, Dance Gavin Dance next Sunday?
Taking Back Sunday is a good one.
Taking Back Sunday is a good one.
Yeah, there's some classic.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what like he just said DGD or TBS. I'm like just like in terms of like if you had to choose like fuck.
Oh
Mary,
yeah,
kill,
okay,
like,
sure. If we had to choose, I'm probably gonna choose my good old boys in DGD only because they just have so many bops.
Yeah, and like they're actually like pretty active. I feel like, no offense, Animals are, but I feel like you need to go on a boot camp before you tour with Off Guard. I'm sorry.
He's gonna see
get
this
on
and
our
be like,
level, you know.
He's like, let me go smoke a cigarette for a little bit off stage. I'll be back, guys.
Amazing.
That's how he talks. He's so like weird.
I'd love to do the Every Time I Die Fest, the To The Season. They do like every year in
That would be
Buffalo.
cool.
If I ended up on that,
Their
that'd be.
new album.
I know. I can't wait to.
I made
That'd be the dream. Other than rebooking the alumni tour.
and that one too. Yeah. Are you in on the Each Idiots group at all, or?
The what? I'm sorry.
So there's like a fan, I guess, group for Every Time I Die, and I'm in it. And they've been posting a lot of the cameos that Jordan has been doing. And there was one where he like it was like a 30-minute like cameo, but like at in the middle of it, he goes, "I can fucking skank." I made that into a shirt on Animal Crossing, and it's been like a hit ever since. So like that's my claim to fame, basically. Jordan liked it on Twitter, like so.
Yo, you and Tyler can leave music shit in general and just design clothes on Animal Crossing. You'll be set.
We can start a biz.
Can do the job.
Exactly.
I just can't.
I've been trying to like get into like designing clothes because but before I was like I'm just gonna copy and paste all of this, but to put it in like your actual like clothes shop you have to like do it yourself. So I've been making merch of like bands and everything. So just to feel some sort of normalcy. So
yeah. I just wish they made it a little easier for people to download it because, like, oh, you have to shop and you gotta get the shop first, and you gotta know.
You have to talk to Mabel, and you have to like get her to like you, and then you have to like upgrade the shop like 5 times. And I'm like, I just want to make some merch. No, but yeah,
gotta spend money to make money in this world, you know. RL or AC doesn't matter.
That's how it be. Yeah.
I
caught my first scorpion yesterday, and like now I feel like I can like log off for the rest of the month.
Yo, I don't even want to talk about it.
Sorry, it's very triggering.
No, it's like, oh my god,
warning, scorpion.
so fast. He's sitting on my bridge. I'm sitting right at the end of the bridge. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Literally, like. I didn't even blink, and I hit the wrong button, and then it opened up the chat, and so my guy's like thinking, and like the Scorpion's gonna get out of the chat. Fuck. That's it. And then one time, oh my god, I was on the plaza, and you can't put anything down when you're on the plaza, guys. Just so you know, my pockets were full. I catch it, and it's like, oh no, your pockets are full. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me right now, and I had to release it.
Oh no!
A real modern tragedy.
Sweating.
Seriously.
Thinking about it.
Modern
Modern tragedy, right there. Hamlet would never understand.
Nope. No way.
Alright,
Wow. So
so
Animal
Dan-
Crossing is really distressing in your life, huh?
No, but it brings a lot of joy. Don't worry. There's a lot, It's,
Sorry,
Yeah,
Veronika,
I
I
was
cut you
like,
off.
I was talking to, I think I made a tweet that was like, oh, like my job, like Animal Crossing is just as stressful as my job because like I catch scorpions or like tarantulas all the time. It's a very like stress-inducing experience, but the payout is great. So, well, yeah, I don't know. I caught my scorpion. I've been offline since. So. We'll see.
Yo, Mikey says, let's start a label merch line. Let's do it.
Yo, he also messaged me, says he wants to do Night of the Cover Bands and have Long Island bands cover each other.
Yes!
That would be so fun. You have like a pop band cover like grungy punk. And, like
You know,
I could
shoddy giants at large.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I already know.
All right, Dan. Should I do my game or do you have any
Sure.
other questions?
No, let's do the game.
Go. Okay. Yeah. I was supposed to message you guys, but it's fine. So we're gonna
On
play
the spot is better.
Superlative-
On the spot's better. Better than messaging.
Yeah.
That works.
That's fine. All right. So
Got us off guard.
Aha. Follow on Facebook. Aha. Anyway, so I have a game. It's a Superlatives game, but it's like so. It seems like everybody knows, but in case you don't know, it's basically like I ask questions: who is more likely to blank, and then I guess everyone or people can go in order to shout who would be the person who would most likely to do the thing that I ask.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right, cool. First question: who is most likely to forget where they parked their car?
Tyler.
Me.
Tyler.
3,
It's gonna be me.
It's either me or Tyler.
Sorry.
You got that panic button for a reason, though.
I like that no one hesitated with that answer.
Who is most likely to invent the panic button? It's Tyler. All right. Similar question: who is most likely to forget that they had a show that day?
Tyler. That's like
If the
kind of
question
happening.
starts with who's most likely to forget, just assume it's me.
Oh my god.
There's literally.
This wasn't meant to be a roast. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay because he still made the show, so it always ended up fine. But
There was one show where in Brooklyn I had work, but I literally made it with 2 minutes to spare to the stage.
There you go. That's good.
we're like setting up on
Jesus.
stage at Gold Sounds, and he comes
I'm, like,
running
running
in
in,
like
like-
just.
Slow motion. Oh my god. All right. Who is most likely to drink from the Brita and then not refill it?
Yo, it's my pet peeve. I hate when people do that.
Yo,
I'm definitely guilty of that. I'll say
I've
that
been
now. I'm
guilty of
definitely
that
done
as
that.
well. Yeah. I've
I was
done that.
saying,
everyone.
maybe I'm at once.
So
Yeah.
all the mats, that's great.
Yeah, it's a Matt thing.
It's
That was Matt Becker. We have a water cooler in our practice space. So we have
Like,
good
stay
practice with
hydrated.
stay
with seeing who doesn't fill the water cooler, basically.
exactly.
I think I still have like 9 jugs of water, and I told Ready Refresh to not come until like maybe August. So I think I might have to extend it even longer now.
Oh my god, it's
That's
crazy.
so true.
All right. Next one. Who is most likely to go skydiving? Everyone? No one?
I mean, I would.
I would say Tyler.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Let's- the way- now
Tyler say yes to anything.
I mean, I don't know if anyone has like a height phobia. So.
Whoever's trying to go
I
skydiving,
I would totally do it.
whoever's trying to go, my friends and I have been trying to set this up for like 2 years, and we still haven't gone. So once this is over, let's go skydiving.
Oh yeah, all of them.
See,
Yes.
this
Yeah,
is
2
like
hours, off guard.
skydiving with someone, so like it's like they will help you.
Off
That's-
guard.
that's
You gotta
all.
go skydiving. Off guard skydiving.
Yeah, you can make a whole
Yeah,
music video out of
yeah.
it. It'd be great.
Off diving. Oh my god, guys, we can record a music video.
Hey, new cover band. Heyo. Okay, next question. Who is most likely to fall asleep during a movie?
Nah.
Me?
Matt Weiss.
Uh,
I don't know. Nick never goes to
Matt Weiss.
sleep, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like literally like not.
Yeah. No, I feel like I definitely say Matt Weiss.
Matt Weiss,
Yeah,
Me
CC
sometimes
Weiss.
as well.
The
I'm
Weiss.
always falling asleep early.
Right, similar question. Who is most likely to binge watch an entire show like within a week?
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Nick's same.
I'm really addicted to it,
Okay, right. Who is most likely to make like a really like they'll make a drink and they think it's like really good, but it like ends up just knocking you out, like full of liquor, nothing to chase you or anything. Matt, is that you?
I think it's gonna be me and Matt. I think it's a tie.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Matt?
Hey Matt, yo, honestly, I always know that like when it's time to go, I can always look at Matt and be like, yo. I could be like, Matt, kill this. He'd be like,
With the whiskey, hell yeah.
Love it. All right. Who is most likely to butt dial someone like when they're playing a show?
Nick, because he's sitting down.
Oh, I like that. Good
That
answer.
makes sense, yes.
But I've
Yeah,
learned to
that
take
does make sense.
all my stuff out of my pants and put it in my backpack, so I don't do that ever again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like a lot of people like usually take their phones out like in general, but I feel like there's always like one person and then like they butt dial someone. What's going on?
They're gonna butt dial. I'm gonna butt dial them, and all they're gonna is
Wait, Matt Becker, didn't that happen to you once?
it's little symbols.
Ooh, do tell.
Did it not? I don't remember anymore.
I don't really remember either. Maybe,
Okay,
probably.
Maybe.
let's pretend
So,
it did.
but Nick and Matt, it's all good. All right. Who is most likely to start moshing or crowd surfing despite the rules for not crowd surfing or crowd or moshing and all that?
Matt
Matt
Becker.
Becker.
Yeah.
Just the Matt.
He'll just slap.
So I have a follow up question with that. Who's most likely to be thrown out of the first show they attend post coronavirus?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's hard
Yeah,
to
like,
We're all
weird
pretty
Tyler.
respectable.
Yeah.
Because like Tyler's just very like high energy, but I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, we might beat up each other.
Yeah, we'll get a little wacky.
I stay on the sides. I'm a sideline.
I think one time we were going hard at AMH, and then I think Matt Becker spilled his drink on someone.
You've definitely like you've definitely like knocked my drinks down. From,
Yes, that's what
getting too
happened.
high.
I knocked Matt Becker's drinks out.
We had that emo night before on me. So yeah.
All right, that was my only follow up question, Veronika. You can keep going.
Oh, I have like one more superlative. Who is most likely to handle spicy food poorly? Like, not good.
Honestly, we're all pretty spicy boys. I think we all go for gold. Yeah, we're all on par. I feel like.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a challenge, but I didn't say it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's have a hot ones episode like Mike after hours.
Hell yeah.
Yo, that would be
Yeah, I feel like all the ideas I've had, people have already done it. So, like, I would love to do, like, a spicy food interview thing, but that's already a series. So, but, I handle spicy food pretty well. Like, I don't know, as much as I can. I don't know. So, like, on a bad day, sriracha will, like, get me, but, like, sometimes I can just build up my tolerance and it'll be great.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like okay, so Nick is definitely a connoisseur. He definitely goes out and he's always like, check out what sauce I got. Like he has like this truff sauce. He just got this new one he ordered like in the mail. Came in a fancy box.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Is it like a subscription or like what
No,
is it?
no. So truff is it's a black truffle hot sauce. So it's like it has a little bit more of like smoothness to it compared to some of the hot sauces that are like either like too thick or too thin. So it's like it's right in the middle and it's not too spicy. So it's like more like a flavor like add on pretty much. So
That's cool.
I like it. Yeah.
How much is it, or is that?
I think it's like $17, but like everything on the internet is gonna cost you. So like it's like it works.
Yeah, anything with truffle, I think adds like $5-10 to it. So.
Yeah, so I like it a lot. And like I had the original one, it was great. Now I have the hotter sauce, and like it definitely has a little bit more of a kick, but
That's cool.
every time I see hot ones and I see the bomb instant insanity or whatever, and I like look at it and I'm like, shit, that's like probably where I would probably die.
So Mike wants to do it, so we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to come up with some type of hot sauce challenge.
Damn, let's do it.
Like, oh, my favorite, I forgot his name, but my favorite is that the guy Sean just like isn't phased by it at all. I guess because like he's done it
Oh, he's done it
X
so
amount
many
of times, so he just eats it. He's like, so what's your deepest darkest secret? And the person is dying. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I like when they do like the bomb noise, like, and like the picture just changes to make it like intense. It's
Yeah, one of my favorite interviews was with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I saw that one.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
And like at the end of it, he made him like make eggs, and he was still like really just pissed off. Oh my god, it's my favorite. I think who else? There were a couple of like really good ones, but yeah, I would love to do something with like hot ones, but I can't really handle spicy food. I
We
don't
should
know.
make it. We should make it.
bands instead of hot ones.
We should
Hot
make it.
bands.
Yeah,
Hot
hot
bands.
bands, and we just have to like throw alcohol involved because how could you not? So we'll just
Yeah,
have to throw
take a
some
shot
beer in
every
with
time.
it.
Take a
Exactly.
shot after with it. That's what I heard.
Oh my god, I had a really good idea. I don't have any experience hosting shows, but if I did, I have a couple of ideas. But one of them was to like host a show where like all the bands are playing, but one member in the band is like completely drunk, like 5 shots in, like but they still have to play. So,
Oh, I think we've already done that.
oh,
I'm kidding.
Yo.
No, I'm kidding.
So we should do that. We should do that for the next time you guys come on with us. Everyone has to come in after like 5 drinks. That's almost started.
yeah, after the band signs
like
in, it's
that.
like,
We're
all
like,
right, we're
hey.
gonna pick the bassist.
So everybody can see what we're like now, with not 5 drinks in. And now next time you guys come on, everyone has to be 5 drinks in, and we'll just see how we do.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
That, or I've wanted to host a show where everyone plays instrument, like their very first instrument. So like no pedal boards, like your very first kit, everything. I think that would be amazing.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
I don't think I could rent a trumpet from my school.
Cringing at this right now, but it's like no.
Actually,
it's so
right,
hard.
this bass hanging up right here, that's not my first bass. This is like my first like real bass. And, I've had it for years.
It's great.
His name is Sir Charleston II, aka Vampire Wood. Don't ask me why.
Why the second?
Because the first one, because you asked, it was the same bass, but it malfunctioned like 2 months into having it. It was like an electrical problem, but it was the same exact bass, but a different model, and the color of it was like this purpley, like dark purple maroonish, and its name was Vampire Kiss, and I always thought that was the funniest thing. So, Jordan, it was me and Matt. We were in our first ever band together, and our other guy was named Jordan, and we're like, let's just call it Vampire Wood because it's like the same bass. It's funny, and here we are. It's not funny.
It was a very funny story, very riveting, Like,
Yeah, so. Ta-da!
Like I say all the time to everyone, everyone's so lucky they don't have to learn drums and buy drum stuff, because it's so expensive. Like guitar players can break a string or string set. It's all right, $10, $6. If you break a snare head, it's like $20 at most. So like that's just one head. It's like it's I give props to everything else, even though there's electrical problems. But damn.
And then the vocalists are like, "Oh, like my mic doesn't work sometimes."
Yeah, I'm just like, sometimes I have trouble with the mic, but I'm pretty good from there.
It's like, I just need to drink some tea and I'm fine.
Gotta stop drinking beer during shows, but like I'm good,
So, to wrap it up a little bit, what can everyone expect from you guys in the coming? I don't want to say the coming month because God knows, but let's say the coming year.
Non-stop, baby.
Always grinding.
Yeah. Matt Weiss, do you want to hit this one?
Yeah,
Let's take it off.
new music, new videos, new merch, hopefully new shows. If not, then still just a bunch of new content. And yeah, we're just trying to be like as active as possible for 2020, no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I think we're looking to get a van really soon. So when we, like Matt said, we're gonna to prepare, like to replan those tours. So we're gonna hopefully have the equipment to do so, and a van, our very first one. So that'll be exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, we have like 7 or 8 dates we have to reschedule, and it's when we do that we need the kit, so it's gonna be perfect.
Good stuff. In Long Island or like out?
We have to reschedule. We have to reschedule Boston, Connecticut, Philly. Pretty sure we had an Albany date filled for at one point, but it wasn't fully confirmed yet. Yeah, we have a lot.
It was like
Yeah.
three New York dates, and then like Boston, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. I think was actually one of the dates. And then we're supposed to play a show in Philly the 30th of this month, but there's been an update on like what exactly is happening with that. But
Yeah.
I imagine that's just not going to work out.
Oh,
Like even if it's still going on, I don't think we'd be able to get out there or even meet up for practice because of just the way New York's been.
yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But once
A lot.
that does clear up, we're planning on doing some acoustic live sessions of things from Losing my mind with my heart. So we're gonna have some live things for people to watch, and then we're gonna release that so that you can expect that in the year.
Very cool.
2020. I have no
Yeah.
idea what month it is, but expect it.
Yeah.
How did May?
Basically.
It's May. How? Like,
So we
Yeah,
ended.
dude,
I
it
know.
snowed like literally yesterday, so I'm like, is it
Yo,
like
seriously.
February? Like, are we just getting like a hard reset on all of this?
And
Or-
now tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny in the 60s. Crazy.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's February. Nobody can convince me otherwise. So
Yo, so we ended the interview last week, and I kind of want to end it the same way with if you guys had to convince someone to listen to you. So like After Hours has a lot of fans that are into like the reggae rock scene. So how, like we asked JJR this last week, what would you say to get the fans that maybe haven't listened to you or aren't necessarily into that genre of music? How would you draw them in?
Our music is super real to our souls, and it's what comes from our hearts and our minds, and it's real, and we write it for ourselves and for people to hear. It's not. I feel like it's the most genuine thing that we've ever created, and if you want to hear our voices in music form, and you want to get in your feels, then give us a listen and listen with your mind and your heart, and take it in. Let us talk to you.
Cool, I love that.
Yeah, if you like punk rock and boy bands and just mix it together, then you're gonna love Off Guard.
boy band fans only.
Yeah. No, we love everyone, but if you like that kind of thing, it'll be easier.
You like good times, high
times.
energy.
Yes.
Like to live it up.
If you like our sound, wait till you see us live.
You like long walks on the beach,
Like
Everything.
getting caught and getting caught in the rain.
Marauders, maybe getting caught in the rain. Who knows?
Yeah, you like
If you like
Oh, there you go.
caught in the rain. There you go, Nick Beats.
That's-
If you like corny references,
Hell yeah. So if you like having fun, listen to Off Guard.
Exactly.
If you like to hear about different New York street names, we got them.
We got him.
bet you can't wait.
True.
If you like bounce houses, if you like
You got
lights,
'em.
if you like, if
you
you
like
want
to
to feel the
stick around.
tension, if you like to stick
You like-
around, you want to feel the
like
tension,
flowers,
yeah.
like neon. Feel like flowers, but like copied 3 times.
Yeah. If you like when things change overnight.
Damn.
And now we're back to Animal Crossing. Fuck you both. Well, listen, boys. Thank you very much for coming on with us. We appreciate you hanging out for over an hour with us and
Oh, man.
Yeah, you guys are
tolerating our
awesome.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's been
Oh,
great.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Cheers, boys.
goodbye.
Until
Oh, cheers.
until next time.
Until next time.
Until next time, 5 drinks in.
Nice.